Hello, everyone. I'm going to try to get on our live stream on my phone here so we can read your comments a little bit better than what's on the screen in front of us.
We are live.
We are live. Xbox the Spot is with us. Hi, guys. I'm super excited about the package that Hope sent in the mail.
Whatever could it be?
Did I say hope? Faith? Hope? Faith? I'm always confused if I've said it right. Is it faith or is it hope? It's one of those Bible things. I love you guys. I miss you guys so much. Anyway, I'm also very tired, so if I say something funky, it's because I'm absolutely tired. Did you notice the difference about our Garrett pointed it out, our you're not helping me out here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, this is not good with me being so tired. Our intro is the old one still. He's changed the ending, and so we haven't gotten it on his phone. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Garrett.
And we're Diary of a Family.
And we're intentionally living life with you.
And right now we're intentionally screwing up our live stream.
Welcome.
Yeah, so we ran out of data like last week, during our live stream.
Well, it's because her company required that she do an inordinate amount of training online that included video, audio, all the things.
All the things. So I used up a lot of my hotspot, and then it was completely throttled on us last week. So we've used up all our data, so we're on Garrett's phone tonight. But do we reset next week, hopefully?
Our data resets on the 18th.
So
maybe
one more live stream.
Maybe have one more live stream.
Anyway, let's see. Yes, I do need to get some sleep, but
I don't know why everybody, for some reason our time zone stuff's all messed up.
Yeah. It's all messed up.
Say, okay, I think the time zone is set wrong. This event that I set, I didn't set any start time.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So Arizona is now Mountain Time instead of Pacific Time since the time changeover, and we're still trying to do 8 o'clock Central Time. So it's been a little funky. Some of our videos have gone live at times that we weren't expecting it, or didn't go live at all. I don't know.
Well, our hotspot is Verizon, and it's throttled down to snail speed. Snail speed now, yes. You can do basic internet stuff, but it takes like 10 minutes to load any YouTube video.
So, I'm running this part. Garrett, you wanna...
So we're starting our third
week in
Arizona.
Second week here
in Phoenix. No, we've been in Arizona almost a month.
Almost a month? What?
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Time flies.
Living Light RV just joined us.
Hello, guys.
We are on our mobile phone.
Yes, so we're doing it old school, but that's okay.
Nothing fancy. We're just chatting.
We wanted to definitely get on and give you guys all an update, what's going on, how my first week of work went.
Yeah. Out of money. Camping.
Boondocking for free.
Yep.
Try to make ends meet until my first paycheck comes in.
I know, it's like she's been working. She worked a whole week, but we don't get paid till next week. So, it's as barren as the desert out there.
But we're having a good time. We are, really. So, okay. So we got down. We had a couple of days to get oriented to the area. We got me all set up, knew where I was going, got my scrubs, got my shoes. Yeah,
the place we picked to go camp for the first time was pretty much like, we need a spot. We need to find some place to park and camp, and
it ended up being like 50 minutes from work.
Yeah.
And then I found out that 2 of my training days are on the other side of the city. So the first day it took me over 2 hours to get there. And then the second day I left like 10 minutes earlier, and it only took me like an hour and 40 minutes. Hour and 45 minutes.
It's brutal.
So,
but there are only 2 days, and she's finished those, so all she has to do now is work at the hospital.
Yep. Got my training days through. Garrett managed to keep the kids alive during that time. My brother was in the area for work, and he stopped by and went bouldering with you guys.
Yeah. The road that I hiked up to go and do my gear review of our monopod.
Is that live already on?
Yes, it's live on RV Media Creators.
Media Creators.
Go check that out. He drove up it.
Yep.
With his vehicle. I wouldn't be able to get anywhere near it with my 1-ton truck. It's just too big, too stiff. But I can tow a lot of weight.
So Garrett was telling me a little bit about it. He's got beefed up suspension on that thing, and he can deflate the tires. You know, normally we run at like 35 psi on the highway.
He runs that. We run 65, 75 psi.
And he can lower it to like 17,
Yeah, it was
18,
like 16,
19.
18 psi when you were going over the rocks.
It would have been fun to have seen my brother and to hang out, but I was in orientation.
Yeah.
Garrett tried to convince him to stay for dinner. Because I got home at like 5 that day, I think. 5:30. So it would have been fun, but I missed him. They had fun with him. And so how did I like my first week of work? I hated the traveling. I hated the traffic. But we've fixed that because I don't have to go to the training branch anymore. And we moved from that beautiful, lonely site out at Saddle Mountain.
Which is wonderful BLM.
It is very
honestly,
BLM.
if you have the chance to, if you're heading on Highway 10 into or out of Phoenix, stop there and do some boondocking there while you're coming through. It's awesome. Yeah. And you don't have to pick the worst spot to drive in like we did.
Yeah, it was like really, really rocky and bumpy. And
there was 5 other entrances a mile down the road, all of which were completely flat with the road and nice little tiny itty bitty pebbles, not boulders this size.
But he found them after we had already. We just followed
the GPS, and the GPS when we searched it
lands you right there on that one road.
So we were like, do we try and go further? Do we try?
And it's on Campendium, right, Garrett? The BLM land. Where did you find it?
I found it on Campendium.
Super Videos. Hello, Super Videos. Is this your first time on our live stream? We'll find out a little bit more about you, or if you're just here to hang out and chat a little bit.
Yeah. So we found one of the cool things about that area. I mean, it's really far out. However, a farmer feed a rancher.
There's a rancher.
Yeah.
Farmer. Agriculturist, I guess.
He raises chickens and goats, and
he also runs a feed store, and he has a dump station and lets you fill up water from his well for a price.
Yeah.
So it's not very far. It's not very far from that site at all. Garrett, it's just a fly. Stop.
They're annoying.
The area here that we've moved to has a lot of flies, and we didn't get them all killed before this shot. So that's what this is. It's not Tourette's.
Maybe.
Maybe. Garrett's saying, oh, actually, I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Endless RVing. Hello. How are you?
A whole bunch of new people joining. Welcome.
Nice that you're popping in. We are very relaxed this evening. This was a move day. It's been hot. We're out of data, so we're on Garrett's phone.
Yeah.
Nothing super fancy at all. But we'll
get back to that soon, and hopefully that'll be the norm.
Yeah.
Not this my ghetto mobile.
Glad that you have made it on our live stream, and hope to see you more often. Get to know you.
Yeah. So that the Saddle Mountain is very popular with boondockers and people that like to live off of public land. Yeah. So having that store about 10 minutes away was awesome, because before he put in a dump station there, you had to drive 45 minutes
to dump. Yeah. Sorry, it's involuntary. Even these flies, you hate these flies.
Which was causing people to actually dump sewage out here on BLM land.
That's what the rancher was telling us.
Very not good for the environment, not safe for anybody. But people felt like I don't have any other options. And so he put a dump station on his property. And
he's making a little bit of money off of it.
He doesn't charge a ton. Yeah. You know, it's reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, you can empty your tanks for $10 and fill up your water for $5 and
yeah, $15 to
He did charge us a little bit more
because we used a little extra water for flushing our
tanks. He's not used to big rigs that have that ability to plug a hose in and rinse the inside of the black tanks.
Most people out here are smaller RVs.
And they just dump and go.
They just dump and go.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, let's say Endless RV says, I'd kill for hot. It's 30 degrees in New Jersey. Oh, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Oh, man. Any snow yet there?
It's almost pants weather for me.
Almost pants weather. Well, you say once it gets below freezing, right?
Freezing, yeah.
He wears shorts every single day of the year unless he's hiking, or I know he would put on pants if he was mowing just to protect his legs.
Or if there's something official.
Right, yeah, for work or whatever.
Yeah.
But now that you're at home with the kids all the time, it's shorts. And the only time he'll put on
shorts.
Shorts, not short.
Let me clarify that one. I don't have jorts. I'm running around.
Anyway, any of you out there are like shorts kind of people that wear them year round unless it's below freezing? Anyway, there's gotta
pants. Honey, where's my pants?
Oh dear.
You're gonna have to wait for our cooking video because Eddie makes a he sings a certain song that some people might recognize.
Off of the Lego movie.
Yeah. And Honey, Where's My Pants is a reference to the Lego movie.
Yes, Honey, Where's
Which if you have
pants?
kids, yeah. 27
degrees on Tuesday. Ooh.
It's gonna be chilly out on the East Coast. I mean, we winter. The funny thing is we wintered in weather that was like that all winter long.
Did you see the rest of their message? Don't want to see Garrett in the Daisy Dukes. I think his thighs would be too big to fit in a
They wouldn't fit I would break the pants. If I tried to wear something like that, they would break.
And everybody would drop dead looking at his legs.
Just ask my mom, who had to fix my dad's pants for years and decades.
Yeah, Garrett busts seams in his shorts all the time.
I did loose shorts. I mean, it's...
How do I fix it? I don't have a sewing machine to fix your pants anymore. I gotta get one of those handheld sewing machines, and I'll be like, this thing is crap, and throw it across the room.
Maybe they have an app for that.
An app for that. Sewing app. You just turn it on and it... What is it? How would it...
It would probably somehow connect to your phone digitally and then
that'll be the day, right? That'll be the day.
I've seen weirder.
Anyway, okay, so we've been here for a couple of weeks. I've gotten through orientation. I love the unit. The charting.
A little more than you're used to, right?
Yes, I am familiar with Cerner from the last job, but this company also uses Cerner, but every hospital system purchases and molds their electronic medical record the way they want it, and then they tell their nurses, well, this is the charting that we want you to do.
Yeah. And
so in my case, this hospital has a much more filled out Cerner, so there's a lot more information in there.
You said they're also desirable hospitals, so they have a higher standard that people are...
A much higher standard in charting. I think that there's almost twice as much charting to do at this facility than the last facility, so...
Yeah.
I am pretty slow on the uptake, but it'll be okay. I have I have a few weeks before the holidays when I want to start picking up extra shifts to kind of fine-tune my charting speed, because that's what's slowing me down.
It'll just take a little bit of getting used to, and once she's used to it, it'll probably be a lot quicker.
But I'm assigned to one specific unit. I may float to another unit or two, but I am only hired for this one unit. Everybody that I've met so far has been really nice, very helpful, has called me by name instead of acting like I was some stranger that they don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of different from, one type of hospital and role than another. So the last one that I was at, I was assigned to float to 4 different units. And they had a lot of people from their float pool and other travelers. And so the core staff would be like, we don't know these people, and they keep coming in. And, by the end of the shift, you get them to be a little bit more talkative to you and stuff. But at the beginning of the shift, it was like you were brand new again, even though you'd been there for a month and a half.
But, I mean, we were a little apprehensive going into this contract. But so far, they've paid for her to do the training.
Yes, all of the training that I did prior to getting here will be on my next paycheck, on my first paycheck.
This paycheck is gonna
Stop! The flies are okay. It'll just land on you. It won't hurt you. Deep breaths. He's twitching again because of the bugs.
I want that salt gun.
Okay, dear. Once we get paid, because we have no money. Endless RVing. We are in the western side of Phoenix. We are actually boondocking now.
On trust land, state trust
land, inside the city limits of Buckeye, which is outskirts of.
We cut about
30 minutes.
About 20 miles, at least, about half an hour-ish off of
the commute into work.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice for me.
And it's only about 10-15 minutes from shopping.
Which before it was like 35-40 minutes. So everything was far away. We've been doing a lot of commuting to just do basic things. So Richard, you had a total EMR crash. Like, how was that? Did you get to do downtime charting? I had to do that at the last job. And I was like, it's antsy. Okay, we know that we can't log into the computers. When is the leadership going to say go to downtime procedures? And everybody was twiddling their thumbs. Well, they haven't said that we're going to do that yet. And I'm like, I can't pass any of my morning meds until we go to downtime procedures. Hand me the paperwork. Show me how to do it. Well, we can't yet. It was a big mess. It wasted about an hour of my time that morning.
Yeah. But
finally, they let us go to downtime. I got 1 or 2 meds passed, and then they got the system back up again. And that was interesting. Let's see. So they're cutting contracts short. Oh no. At least a dozen of us are losing 2 weeks. Well, at least it's not a month or 2.
Well, we haven't dealt with cutting contracts short with us. They've always been busy hospitals.
Yeah. But a lot of times, and this, I think that I've heard about this, where they expect for a heavier season of flu, and then they staff up for it, and then they get into the flu season and realize
it's not as bad,
and they don't have as many patients as they were expecting. And that's when they start cutting people loose, which really sucks for those of us who are on the contract. But there's something I don't know if this is true or not, but if a hospital breaks the contract, it's actually it reflects badly on them, unless it's written into the contract somehow that they are able to break it.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, it's not. I mean, and it's the same on our end. If we as travel nurses break our contract early, that reflects poorly on us, and then it's harder for us to get jobs later on.
Welcome,
hey, Grassroots Living, hello.
Did you get our submission?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
I'm sorry. They sent me the thing. Here, let me see if I can
They
find
contact you.
I know. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to remember if she sent it via... Yeah, here it is. Shalane sent this. I just got home and saw the coolest thing ever. Thank you guys so much for doing the assignments. And thanks for the footage. We'll be sure to put it in our next video. Tell Timothy and Emma that we're so proud of what an amazing job they did. So if you don't know, Grassroots Living puts out a video. When do you put it out?
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, yeah.
I think it's Tuesday at 7.
Tuesdays, and at the end of it, they do a little homeschool kind of project. So there's a couple of questions. Some are simpler for younger kids, and some are a little bit more difficult for older kids. And it all surrounds what they were talking about, or where they visited. And then you have that chance with your kids, if you're on the road, homeschooling, whatnot.
Yeah.
To go in to do those projects, videotape them doing it, or take pictures of their artwork or whatever, and send them to Grassroots Living, and they'll put it in their next video. So I think we're the first submission. I'm not sure about that.
I think sometimes it should take someone to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So that people be, oh, that's what it's like. We could do that.
But I'm super excited because it's such a great opportunity for Emma and Timothy to be a part of something, to get some more education. And do it in a fun way. They watch a video, they answer some questions, then they get to make their own video and then watch themselves later on. They love that.
I think that was the most I had to cut out of a video. We got like 34 minutes of footage.
It made it
4 minutes.
But he got the sweet pieces and put them together in this really nice story. So if you guys want to see that, you've got to go over to Grassroots Living and keep up with them, and you'll see Emma and Timothy doing homework.
Yes.
Anyway, back to our life right now. It has been 3 weeks since I pulled a paycheck.
It's really rough. Like, most people don't know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck, but when you don't have a paycheck...
You have to figure out how you're going to even eat sometimes.
I know.
Our refrigerator right now is working really hard because
nothing
RV refrigerators don't like it when they're empty, and ours is basically empty. So we're going to rectify that. We're only a few more days till Friday. We'll get paid my first paycheck, and it should be a doozy. So we're going to get the groceries that we need for the next 4 or 5 days and kind of try to not use too much gas or propane or anything like that so it doesn't run out.
Yeah.
That's where it's at right now.
There's in our drop above.
Hi guys. Hello.
So it'll actually be a week from Tuesday when our portion of the video will be on.
You guys are about 2 weeks ahead in your videos.
They're already a week
That's
ahead.
really good.
That's a good place to be.
Garrett's only like 1 week ahead.
No.
Are you 2 weeks ahead now?
Uh-huh.
On both channels?
No.
No.
On Diary of a Family I am.
All right, nice. Okay, so tell us what video we're going to be premiering on Wednesday. Do you remember? He's like, I don't remember. Here, let me...
It's the New Mexico Museum of Natural History.
Ah, yes. If you guys like museums, this is going to be a fun one to watch.
Yes.
So...
Yeah. We're almost done with our Balloon Fiesta videos. And we are going to go from Balloon Fiesta to Grand Canyon videos.
That'll be a big change.
So you're not going to want to go somewhere else. You're going to want to stay on our channel for sure.
And then you're working on the next week's video, which is going to be all me, right?
Yes, it's all the cooking and everything that we went to prepare for the Balloon Fiesta.
Our first time boondocking for a long period of time. I wanted to be all ready to go, so we planned our meals out, and then I prepped the day before, and it was a lot of fun. And then I did some filming when we were actually at the Balloon Fiesta, because some of the meals I just had prepped a little bit, and then I made the meal there.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to see some of that as well. And then if any of you want any of those recipes, feel free to email us at RV Diary of a Family, and I'll have it.
We can do videos of them too.
Yeah, no, not unless anybody wants to. Yeah. One of my favorite meals, actually, we made coconut curry chicken, and we did a video on that one. So that's one of our favorite meals, our favorite go-tos. But then I also made one of my favorites. I don't know if it's your favorite because you're not much of a soup man. But I made Italian, what is it called? Zucchini Italian soup or something like that. It
was actually good.
A recipe that I found online, and oh my gosh, it's absolutely delicious. And
for
I
a
always
non-soup
made it.
Person, it's a good soup.
Always make it at fall time because our zucchini plant's usually going berserk. And you're like, how do I use all of this
giving
zucchini?
Away, do you want 10 pounds of zucchini? We can give you 10 pounds of zucchini.
Anyway, absolutely delicious soup. And I had forgotten how much I enjoyed it. It's been a couple of years since I've made it.
Yeah.
Since we haven't had a garden to grow zucchini in. Yeah.
But it's fine. We have seasons for everything. And we had a season where we were doing a lot of vegetables and that kind of stuff, so.
This fly tried to land on my forehead.
I'm not the only one.
Okay, Emma was telling me some really funny things in the car today as we were moving. She's like, yeah, there was a fly in the truck one day, and it landed in my mouth, and I had to spit it out. I was like, what? And then she's like, yeah, and I had another fly try to fly up my nose. I'm like, oh, gosh. Why are you telling me this, child?
These flies are just...
Grassroots living, I know. You love ramen noodles. You eat ramen noodles all the time. It's cheap. I remember eating ramen noodles as a kid, too. Garrett was like, oh, we'll just get a couple of boxes of mac and cheese and eat mac and cheese. And I'm like, it's so bad for you guys. It's so bad for us. We need to eat healthier than that.
It's hard wanting to eat healthy and then looking at... I don't even know if I can buy all the food to eat.
Yeah.
We will buy vegetables and fruits and, a lot of those things.
Yeah. And
we eat those all the time.
Yeah. It's really sad when we bring a whole bunch of fruit home and then the kids eat them between meals for snacks and then my basket is huge.
6 pounds of
huge.
6 pounds of apples gone in about
6 pounds of apples and 2 hands of bananas
in about 2 days.
2 days. Of course, with me going back to work, they're also disappearing because I'll take an apple and a banana with me.
Yeah.
Just it's easy and it's quick and I know it's healthy for me. That's what I need when I'm working. So somebody else at work was like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait until 3:00 in the afternoon to eat. I have to have a granola bar or a bag of nuts or something." And I'm like, "Yeah, I used to do that, but I don't know. I just don't anymore." I'll try to stop for a moment and go into the break room and scarf a banana or my yogurt or something like that. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we are on the poor side right now, but as soon as I get paid, we'll be rich again.
And then we'll have 2 months of...
I don't think we felt it as hard between Louisiana and Texas contracts.
We had 2 weeks off, and really and truly, having that 1 or 2 weeks of not having a paycheck really wasn't that bad.
But it was because we hadn't had a lot of the car and trailer issues, and we hadn't incurred any expenses with hotels. So the difference now is we spent 3 weeks between contracts, and
the last week and a half.
The last week and a half, last 2 weeks of my contract, I was in a hotel, which that was a pretty big expense.
We spent 2 nights in a hotel in Flagstaff. And I did a bunch of I think the boondocking that we were doing up there kind of really what helped us not go just berserk out of the
Garrett
water.
Boondocked for a good 7 days or 8 days before I joined them again. Yeah. So that helped instead of being at a park. But we'll never do it again, but we had to figure out how to get the trailer into the shop while I still had to work, and we'll never do it again. But we had the truck breakdown, we had the trailer breakdown,
the car
and then while I was away from them, had the car into the shop because of a check engine light and found out that the mechanic was like, I don't think you should drive this out of town. And I'm like, what do you mean? I have to drive across New Mexico into Arizona to get back to my family. And he was like, your transmission could go at any time, and I don't think you should drive this out of town. So we had to change the transmission in the car. So we're poor, but it's life. I mean, and so I'm trying not to stress about it. The Nomadic Ramblers. Hello, guys. Welcome to a live stream. We're just commiserating together about how poor we are right now.
Well, good thing we don't live off of... Well, we don't actually make any money off YouTube yet. So.
No, we don't make any money off of YouTube. No money.
So, I mean, we're just kind of like, oh, almost there. Almost there.
So we did do an impromptu live stream on Tuesday of last week.
Yeah.
Go back and watch that if you don't know anything about what's going on with the FTC and the new COPPA regulations for YouTube. If you are a YouTuber and you do any sort of content that a child might watch, this may affect you.
Yeah. Even if you don't have kids and you don't put out content that involves kids.
For kids, right?
Yeah, or specifically for kids. If any kid watches it, they'll come after you. So,
inform yourself if you're a YouTuber, and if you like to see content like we make, pay attention to it and see what you can do. The petition that was up within a couple of days had over 25,000 people sign it. Yes. And quite a few of us have gone directly to the FTC website and put in our long comments to say, look, this would be harmful for our kids who watch YouTube. This would be harmful for those of us who put content out there on YouTube. Yeah. These regulations should not be.
Well, and a big shout out to Jeremy Johnston from J-House
Blogs and J-House Law.
He caught this before... Because it almost, like, they were almost done with public comment and nobody knew about it.
In October.
And
he asked for an extension, so it's been extended until December, like, 10th or something like that. So that we have time to actually put it out there. So, we're not going to talk much more about that because that was in our live stream on Tuesday. It was labeled, family content is under attack by the FTC, so... Yeah. Go back and watch that to inform yourself.
Well, and it also has links in there where you can make your voice heard. Mm-hmm. You can sign the petition, the change.org petition. You can listen and watch Jeremy Johnston and other people that are way more knowledgeable at this subject than we are talk about it. And it really is quite eye-opening.
Looks like Ramblers did a 10-question challenge video today. We'll have to go and watch that. I just watched Kent and Lisa Live and Light RV's 10-question live stream today. I hadn't seen it. Garrett was on it live when it was happening, but it was during my orientation days, so that was fun. That was a really fun live stream. Kent and Lisa, you should continue to do live streams. They're really great. I love them.
Yeah, and we'll figure out how to get you guys set up right so you can do the fun, fancy ones too.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Garrett and Carolyn, you're going to be on top again soon. Yes, I know. It's just a phase of time. It's this really, like, we haven't felt the crunch until like a week ago, and then we were like, oh my gosh, there's 2 more weeks before I get any money. Yeah. And we're watching our funds dwindle, and we're like, we gotta buy gas, and we've gotta feed the kids.
And we also have bills that come out monthly too.
It's true. But shout out to somebody who, you know who you are, who decided to allow us to pay our rent at the middle of the month instead of the beginning of the month. Yes. Helped us out a lot. Yeah. Anyway, you know who you are, Beard.
We'd probably be at like $10. And like, hey, how many noodle packets can we get for $10?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good math question. Shalane, how many noodle packets can we get for $10? Anyway, depends on the store and the brand and the sale, right? I remember getting those packets. I remember getting those ramen packets for like 10 cents a piece when I was a kid.
5 cents if they're on sale.
My mom would buy them. She wouldn't make a whole meal out of them, but they would be there. And so when us kids were a little bit older, she'd be like, if you want to make ramen noodles for your lunch, that's fine. I'm not making lunch today, or it's leftover day. You can figure it out. And so we would make our own soup and eat it. And
yeah.
Eat the whole thing. And that's where I learned to drop in a whole egg into it. Like after the noodles have cooked for a minute or two, you drop a whole egg in and just let it cook. Mm-hmm. And comes out so yummy. So yummy.
Have to try it.
Or adding vegetables to it. Anyway, then you feel a little bit better eating it because you're like, I'm getting some good protein in it, or I'm getting some good vegetables in it. It's not just sodium and
carbs.
And carbs.
Tough people always make it through.
It's true. It's true. I've been a little bit further under stress. It's been hard for me to stay calm. And it's really just, the stress of being at a new job, trying to make it there on time through traffic, and then just this money thing hanging over my head. So I'm trying to not stress out a lot because, you can, about 40. That's a good, you can get 40 packets of ramen noodles for $10. That's really good.
That's almost one pallet. Or at least one
box.
One box.
Ramen, no, I think those boxes are usually like, 24? Something like that. I don't know. I don't buy them by the case. That's how you get them from Walmart
probably
and Costco.
Grassroots Living buys them by the case.
Do you buy your ramen noodles by the case, like by the box, the big box, or do you like to?
They go to Costco and
pick and choose your flavors. So you buy 2 of that and 4 of that and.
They special order from Costco where you can pull up to the back loading dock and they load a pallet of ramen noodles onto your trailer.
It wouldn't weigh very much. You could probably carry a pallet full of ramen noodles around in your trailer. Okay, now we're teasing them.
Topped off with sauteed onions.
Oh, sauteed onions. Mmm.
They get into fine dining
ramen noodles.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Well, okay. So at one point in college, I was very, very poor. Okay? This is how poor I was. I had a loaf of bread and mayonnaise in my refrigerator at college. And then I worked at Subway.
So you get leftover expired food.
And at the end of the day, there's some food that can't go back in the refrigerator for the next day, and one day it was jalapenos. The pickled jalapenos that you can put on your... So that's what I had in my refrigerator. I made a sandwich with mayonnaise and pickled jalapenos, and that's what I ate for dinner. I was very poor.
Yeah,
if my mom had known, she would have freaked out and wired me money.
Yeah. I worked for the same boss that she did, but at a different store at Subway.
And this was before we knew each other?
Yeah.
And before we were like an item. We actually worked for the same guy at 2 different stores. Lowell Smith, we miss you so much. If you're ever watching this video. Probably never.
Only could buy by the pallet. I'm sure you could.
You probably could. Online somewhere.
Well, I remember one day when I was working at Subway, I was closing, and there was almost a whole container of meatballs that had expired. And so, yeah.
You took meatballs home with you?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
that's why you take the Ziplocs in your pocket for the meatballs.
It's the thing. That's the thing with that kind of food. It goes bad. You can't resell it. You can't add it to your stock inventory.
It's not bad. It's just it's expired. You're not allowed to serve it anymore.
Allowed to serve it. So we were able to take expired food home that was still good.
I didn't starve when I was in college, okay? Because my tuition covered meals, but it was like breakfast and lunch, and that was it. You were on your own for dinner, and then a lot of times I would be working in the evening, and on a shift, you were allowed to have a free sandwich, a free 6-inch. So I wasn't dying. I wasn't starving, but, there were those odd days where I actually had to fend for myself, and there was nothing in my little refrigerator.
It wasn't those... it was probably the little tiny ones, wasn't it?
Little tiny refrigerator underneath my bunk in my room. Yeah. Yes. Oh, good memories. So, the Bible college I went to used to be a military academy.
Yep.
And the dormitories were the dormitories for the military academy. Cinder block buildings, 2-story tall, all the rooms on the outside with a main entry area in the middle. But these little rooms, they put 2 of us in there, big bunk, they built shelves and like 1 dresser. And you just had barely enough room to walk in the room and had to ask your roommate to move aside if you needed to get to the other side of the room. And they were old, what do you call those water heaters? The heaters. It's like the radiators, like the old radiators underneath the window, and that's your heat. Oh my goodness, such good memories. But
thank you, Nomadic Ramblers. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes, thank you very much. Have a good night, and we'll see you.
At least you didn't have to stay in dorm 4.
So they were labeled dorm 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 4 was way up on the hill.
Yeah, so dorms 1 through 3 were on the campus.
The main campus, right on the same level.
The girls had 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. The boys had 3 and 4. And the 4th one was up a hill above the cafeteria. They had to climb those stairs. Long,
oh my
tall
goodness.
Stairs.
It was like 4 flights of stairs.
I had friends up there too. I mean, I've been up there. I know how bad it is.
4 flights of stairs. So when I was on campus, there were a couple of girls and a couple of guys that would prank each other hard. So, oh my goodness.
Have a good night. X marks the spot.
Good night, guys. Have a good day at work, okay, Richard? So I remember a couple of the girls putting crickets in dorm 3, and the guys were just being driven crazy by the cricket noises and couldn't find all the bugs for like weeks. And just, where is that cricket coming? Where is that noise? Ah! And then at one point, the guys got one of the security guards to unlock underneath the dorms and shut off dorm 1's water. And so I didn't have a hot shower that day. I had a cold one.
So that was just the hot water.
Just the hot water. It's like, no, I remember I heard about it, but it didn't affect me because I had the gym membership that was part of the tuition, and I just went down the street to swim and have my shower there. Yeah. So, but some of the girls were really upset about that. Yeah, we've heard some really, really horrible stories about dorm life. So I haven't been back to campus in like years. Years and years.
I'm trying to think of when the last time.
Years and years.
Before
anyway,
I went live.
Portland, Oregon has a special place in my heart. I met this guy there. He wasn't going to the school, but we met at the church. So, let's see. Oh, that was just X marks the spot saying goodnight. Yeah. Has to go to work early in the morning. Well, I'm wondering, how long have we been on here?
About 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Well, I'm tired. Everybody else is tired. I think we'll call it quits unless you had something else you wanted to share.
Not really. If you were interested in making videos, again, go check out RV Media Creators. Mm-hmm. It's our other channel, and we're definitely going to be working on collabing with other creators and making things that are going to be helpful for everybody that travels on the road.
When he says we, he means you and him. I'm not part of this process other than if he needs a subject. You know, he pulls some of his work from this channel, from Diary of a Family, in to demonstrate for those who watch the other channel for RV Media Creators how to do certain skills so that you can increase your ability to produce great content.
I have my first series done, and it's called The Essentials of YouTube. And I go through basically everything from starting a YouTube channel, getting it set up, and kind of how to make a video, upload it, edit it, and release it. Because they're all processes and steps. And if you don't know how to do it, it can be pretty daunting.
Yeah.
So I wanted just to show people how easy it kind of is to get a channel started. I know a lot of people, they have great ideas and they want to do it. They just don't know how to start or where to start. So
exactly. Thank you, Grassroots Living. Yes, it is a very great channel. I love watching it when it comes out. So anyway, let's do our shout outs.
We gained...
For November 10th.
How many... What? 11 subscribers?
Oh, you want to know exactly how many subscribers?
50...
Last
Sorry,
time...
go back. Go back to the note.
What did you do?
Check on that one.
He's been screwing around on my phone. 745 last week.
And then now we're at 61.
Now we're at 61.
761 subscribers.
So we're only 239 to go. I feel like we're going to hit our goal of 1,000 by January 1st. Easy peasy. So that's really exciting. And I'm hoping and praying that this COPPA, law stuff isn't going to put us out of business before we even ever...
The kind of light at the end of the tunnel for this whole thing is that the commissioners of the FTC were wanting to hear people's opinions, because they didn't want to just write a law just for the sake of writing a law. They wanted to actually, do what's right, and which is very rare in government lately. So, people are trying to change things, but for a long time their government was pretty much just like, oh, we don't care, we're just going to overregulate everything. So, but that's kind of a rabbit trail. Check out our other video where we just talk about that.
Yes, so. It was Tuesday's impromptu live stream. So we're at 239 from our 1,000 goal, and those of you who have smaller channels that we're rooting for you, you can do it too. You're getting there, and we shout out all of the great advancements that each one of you have made. Yeah.
It's finding your voice, finding what makes you you,
and continuing to learn throughout the process and get better. Some of our early videos were pretty sucky, kind of like our video tonight with the, we're on the phone, we're not on our fancy computer and camera, and we just have to deal with it. But you can learn to make better and better videos and learn how to bring your audience in, those people that you want to make your community.
Your community, yep.
So, anyway, shout out to
Pammy Sue 01.
He's doing my job.
Sorry. There you go. You.
Pammy Sue 01. Promsky. I can't say that one. Promosky.
Promosk eating good in the neighborhood.
There we go. They do live streams too.
I caught their live
stream. One of their live streams. So check them out if you want to see another.
I'll just say it's soul.
Soul. Okay. He's like, I got have me some soul and fried chicken.
They did one of their live streams, and it was the husband is going to get me some Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Ooh, yum. Okay.
Yeah, so I would definitely have to try it just to...
do you type these out in the comments? Because they'll never find this channel the way it's spelled. Promostk. Eatin' good
in the neighborhood.
Okay. Art Abandonment Adventures also joined us, so check out his channel. Wooten's on the Move. Check them out as well. Srinivas Indala, Outdoor Staycations, check them out. Nathan Withrow, videographer and storm chaser. So shout out to all of you, our new DFammers. We are excited to see what kind of content you guys put out and the community that you are building, and to see you joining in on our live streams or commenting on videos so that we can get to know you.
And if you haven't caught this live, try to catch one of our live streams and join in the conversation.
We're usually on Sunday evenings. We're thinking about changing our timing a little bit.
Just a bit earlier.
Right now we're 8 p.m. Central. We're thinking about making it 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. Central. The other thing is that I will be working some Sundays too, so Garrett might be on his own for a couple of Sundays.
Or we might do something like what we did with the challenge video.
Mm-hmm. We did doing a pre-recorded video on that live stream.
And we'll just premiere it that day.
Yeah, so we try to give you something on Sunday and on Wednesday, and then you can switch over to RV Media Creators on Friday. So that's it, you guys. We've had fun chatting with you this evening.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you are in the West Phoenix area,
message us,
email us. We would love to get to know you.
Yes, hit that thumbs up.
Yes. And we'll be here until February.
Yep.
February. So we love to meet people as they go through.
And everybody is traveling down here this time of year.
Everybody is here, so I'm
Which is why I think she won't be canceled on her.
No.
All the snowbirds are going to be here.
A lot of snowbirds.
RV parks here are like 1,300 sites. It's nuts.
They are huge.
And they're all 55 and older.
Not all of them.
It's a retirement home on wheels.
If you're in boondocking, this is a really great place to come. There are lots of options through the BLM and through the Arizona Trust Lands. So
yeah,
pay attention.
It's awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always,
live life intentionally. Bye, guys.